Welcome back. You're watching The Property Show. Now it's time to answer your legal problems, and to do that we have Munish Upadhyay with us. He's partner, S&G and Partners, Advocates and Solicitors. Welcome to the show, Munish.
Thanks.
So let's take our first question, which has been sent to us through an email by Mr. Prem Kumar. He has a very peculiar problem. He says that he took a loan on a house and that particular house was sold twice by the builder. Now he got to know about that cheating and he complained about it. The builder is behind bars, but the bank is forcing him to pay the loan. Now he stopped his EMI sometime back, but now the bank is building up pressure. Now what should he do?
See, Mr. Kumar, you will have to bifurcate your problem into two legs. First of all, the builder sold the same flat twice to two people. You need to check that your agreement is in place, which is prior to the other person to whom it was sold. In case that is the issue, then of course you have already filed a cheating complaint against the builder. He is behind the bars. He should be out in some time, 6 months, 1 year. You can pursue that cheating case against the builder and he will have to cough up the amount or give you the flat, as the case may be. Now coming to the other problem, which is more, which requires more consideration at this point of time, that the bank is pressurizing you to repay the home loan. So please understand that banks at the time of granting a home loan do their own due diligence. They must have done the due diligence regarding this flat. They must have done the due diligence in the bank records, in the authorities records, in everything. So today, when you know that the same flat has been sold twice, then how come the bank is not aware of it? I would suggest that you should file a civil and a criminal complaint, and in which you should make bank also as a party, saying that you were a bona fide purchaser, the builder duped you, the bank is now duping you. How is it that you are liable to pay all of this? I am quite sure that the minimum the court will do as an interim relief will be to grant you this much, that you are not supposed to pay the EMI till the case is decided on merits.
Okay, so you'll get relief from the EMIs.
I'm sure of that.
That's a big relief. Okay, let's go ahead and take our next question. Mr. Yogesh Rathore from Agra has sent an email. He says that he booked a flat in December 2012 and the agreement was signed in 2013 when the builder got permission from Noida Authority. Now he opted for construction link plan and he kept asking the builder for any sort of communication documents so that he could go ahead and take a loan, and but that didn't happen. The builder kept delaying it. He did not respond to his mails, complaints, nothing. And then later on, finally, when a fit out letter was sent to him, the onus for delay in registry was put on him. Now he's very worried about that because there is a penalty that has been levied on him and for the delayed installments, and he says that this is not right. Moreover, he wants to know whether he will get any penalty from the builder, whether the builder will pay any penalty to him or not. And he says that the project is not properly finished, it's of poor quality, he's being forced to register it. Now they also want a maintenance check. So he wants to know whether RERA is applicable here or not, and who should he turn to?
See, Mr. Yogesh, luckily you booked this flat in Noida, and at this point of time nowadays, Noida Authority is very, very proactive against these kind of frauds being played by the builders. I would call it a fraud for the simple reason that you booked it as a bona fide consumer. He never shared any documents, his construction plans and anything with you, and suddenly on top of it, he is asking you for the money, for the maintenance, for a very shoddy quality of work, and he is saying that, he is putting that onerous obligation of delay in the registry also on you. So, to address all these things, there are certain officers which have now been appointed by Noida Authority who are liaising between the builders and the bona fide consumers like you, and they are ensuring that all these builders are taken to task. So he is going to, the minimum he is going to do is he is going to ensure that the construction is in order, and whatever amounts he is asking you to cough up will not be payable by you. Noida Authority is going to ensure all of that. So far as RERA is applicable, you just need to check whether the completion certificate and the occupation certificate is there by the builder. In case it is not there, then the RERA is applicable. And if you come to know that RERA is applicable in this case, rest assured that the builder will have to do much more to you as a bona fide consumer than you can even dream of at this point of time.
Yes, Yogesh, you should start knocking some doors in the housing department of Noida Authority and find out what's happening there. If RERA is applicable, you could work out this situation for you. So let's go ahead and take our next caller on air. We have Ranjan Kaushal with us. Yes, Mr. Kaushal, what's your problem?
Thanks, ma'am, for taking my question. The thing is that I have shortlisted a flat which is in Faridabad. But the flat is available on GPA, that is General Power of Attorney. So, and there is no completion certificate available for the flat. So I'm just wondering whether I can buy this flat and how I can buy this flat, and in future if I want to sell it off, then will there be any problems while selling it off?
Absolutely. So GPA, is it safe to buy a home on GPA, especially in Haryana?
Mr. Ranjan, your query suggests to me that probably it is lying in an area which is unauthorized, and there is no building plan there is no building plan for the colony in which you are trying to buy this flat, and that's the reason why it is being sold on a GPA, why it is not being sold on a regular sale deed, which is the norm for any kind of a flat or a plot. So, considering all these questions, I would not advise you to go ahead and buy this kind of an apartment wherein, I don't know, 2.5 lakh, what you are talking of paying under the table to get even this GPA done. So in my view, there would not be any kind of a building plan sanction. There is no completion certificate for this. So the the lineage of such kind of a property is always questionable, and you will certainly not get any kind of a home loan in case you are planning to take any kind of a loan for the purchase of such flat. So my advice as a professional would be not to enter in this kind of a transaction.
Absolutely. And if tomorrow any rules change or something happens, then there is always a threat of demolition in these areas. So it would be wise not to invest in a property like this. Munish, thank you so much for coming into the studio and answering so many questions.
Thank you.